Le New Wave, c'était une volonté de faire du neuf avec du vieux.
So tell me why you wanted to make a movie about the New Wave scene in Montreal in the 80s.
Well, I had some free time, like 4 years in front of me. That's what it took to make the film. I had made Montreal Punk, as you know, 4 years ago, and I wanted to follow up on that research of the underground scene in Montreal. Not just music, but performance art. There's painting, there's multimedia. And also because I think there's a lack in our filmography of Quebec culture. In the 70s and 80s, nobody had done anything about punk or new wave, and I think they're both cultural movements that are really interesting, and that somebody had to do something about it.
How did you decide to focus in on, which was really kind of more the electronic, kind of classic new wave? How did you make that decision?
Since I'm making a movie, I need visual archives. So the bands that had visual archives, at least photographs, and I made my choice with those bands that I had something to show. So, but there's still a few bands in the film that are guitar oriented, not just synth. But and then you have to build a story. You have to make a film that works. So you make choices. It's always very hard. My first version was 8 hours long. So
that might not have worked so well.
No. So now it's an hour and a half, and of course I had to let go some of the bands that I really liked, but there was a limited amount of space.
And if you had to say, so I know this scene, you know the scene, but for someone, a younger audience who doesn't know it all, why is it relevant for them to see these bands from the 80s in Montreal?
Well, first of all, they sound great. Some of them sound very today,
very contemporary,
Yeah, and they're very fun to watch. They're very eccentric people and very colorful. So I think it's a fun movie to watch. And there's over 30 bands in the film. Most of them people don't know. Only a few of them had made records at the time. So, of course, some people might go for Men Without Hats or for Trans X, bands that are more known. But you discover a whole bunch of bands that are really interesting.
Merci, Érik.
Merci.